Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to Twilight Princess HD 80% tutorial on movement throughout Ordon to Faron Twilight. So I have a small video here I'm going to play, and I'm going to note out some differences, not some differences, but some movement tech and what you should be doing during certain parts of this beginning portion of the run. So this will cover everything up to the beginning of Faron Twilight. The other thing is there are two tricks that I have videos on already. It is for the game opponent clip, and we have Boko pushing. I do have videos on those. I will link those videos in the description. So if you're looking for stuff like that, I'm going to be cutting the video at those parts and then continuing on after the fact. So, but before you start the run, you want to have 3 save files here empty, and then just when you want to start your timer, you want to start it on the completion of the game. So right here, as soon as we hit A on this normal mode press, that's when you start your timer, and that's when the run begins. So first off, there are skippable cutscenes in this game, so what you could do is you can mash plus on your Wii U Pro controller to skip through the cutscenes really easily. Some cutscenes aren't skippable, but most of them are. You can also see what I'm doing exactly on my Wii U input viewer on the right side of the screen, so you can see exactly what my inputs are. So first off, you want to head over to the spring, Ordon Spring, and grab our horse Epona. So right now we're going to be performing the first trick called Epona Gate Clip. Again, I do have a video on this, so be sure to check the description for a video on that specifically. So this is where I cut, and I'll see you guys after the gate. Alright, now that we're through the gate, we're going to roll all the way across this bridge, enter the next loading zone. So most of this section, this beginning section, is just going to be a bunch of rolling, and we're going to use Epona right here, because there's no way across this gate, but thankfully there's this horse grass here on the right side. So we're going to pick up the horse call Epona. Epona knows how to teleport through gates and loading zones, so she quickly spawns through, and we want to get on her back to start moving here. So we're going to use our spurs here. We're going to use 1 and then 2, 3 and 4, and then we want to save these last 2 for when we get closer to Koro here. The guy's going to give us the lantern. Just so we don't have to stop at all. So we're going to mash A and B to get through the text really quickly. You can see my input viewer mashing through A and B. So now we got the lantern. We can equip the lantern. So the thing I'm not doing here is I'm not using the gamepad right now. I actually equipped it by just pausing and pressing X. On the gamepad, you can equip it by dragging the lantern over to one of the buttons on your gamepad, equip buttons or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so now we're going to roll through this cave. We do need a lantern out, so that's why I pulled it out when I backflipped off Epona. That was necessary, which is necessary. Got to burn the webs. I want to wait for the webs to fully disappear. When burning these webs, sometimes, I mean always, there's always a wall after that's burned. You just want to wait a little bit because there's just an invisible wall like that's lurking there, and then it eventually goes away. Alright, now that we're in the main part of Faron Woods here, we're just going to roll our way over to the key, which we need to unlock the gate for. Rolling in this area is really tough. There's lots of hills. When you're rolling on hills, you tend to slow down a lot. But if you're rolling on a slope, just a regular flat slope, and you're getting really fast rolls, you can do frame perfect rolls. And if you do frame perfect rolls up the slope, you can keep that fast speed on the slope to the hill and climb the hill really quickly. So there's not many good parts. Hopefully I have a recording spot here where I can mention it to you. So now we're rolling down a slope, and these are like okay rolls. Like you can clearly tell I'm like messing up rolls. Like I'm rolling really slow right here. I'm gonna path to the right here, and then right here is a good hill to show it off. So roll down that slope, and then okay, I got slow rolls there. That's fine. Right there, I got 2 fast rolls. So coming up is the second trick of the run. We gotta do some Boko pushing. Again, I do have a video on this. So again, check the description for this solo video on it. It's gonna be very important to check the video, because I'm not gonna be covering most tricks in these types of videos when it's just movement, because it's just not. I think it's better for me to have just separate videos for tricks. So I'll see you guys when we get past Boko pushing. Alright, Boko pushing is now done. Let's go. You've gotten past the hardest tricks on the run so far. So after the Boko pushing, more texts, more cutscenes, so you're mashing A and B here. So mashing text, A advances the text, but B finishes the text box right away. So we just want to mashing A and B simultaneously to get through the text as fast as possible. Got a small cutscene right here we're going to be skipping. And then we're going to be rolling to our horse. We're going to be starting goats. Now goats, we have to herd goats into the pen. The goats are RNG dependent. They kind of do whatever they want. Some are really nervous, or some are very boring. Not really boring, but they kind of just don't notice you. So right here I'm going left to right in a pattern. This left to right pattern is almost like it's a pretty easy way to do goats too here. I do it all the time actually. I never do right side goats. Right side goats are faster, but they are more riskier in my opinion. Most of the strats you'll be seeing throughout these videos are going to be strats that I prefer and not the other runners. This is just how I speedrun the game. Thought I'd make that disclaimer now than later. Alright, so we gotta skip this cutscene here, and now we're gonna get some more rubies. So we need 100 rubies before the end of Forest Temple to grab a bottle. And I'll be explaining that later on. So we're gonna jump on this mailbox here, and then we're gonna grab the legend that house, and then there's 2 10s behind here. This should boost our ruby count by quite a bit. And then we're gonna roll all the way to the Ordon Spring yet again. We're gonna have a talk with Colin, and then we're gonna make our way over to the spring. And that's where we'll be starting a fling as Wolf, which will be very fun. There's going to be 1 ruby here. It's a guaranteed ruby, so it's really nice. Just in case you didn't get much rubies during Boko pushing. Small bonus. So here we got another cutscene to skip. Again, we're going to be mashing, I believe it's plus. Yeah, plus here. Plus to skip the cutscenes. And then we're not going to save. We don't want to save because it's slow. Got another cutscene here, and then once we start playing as Wolf, we can actually break this box if we do 3 dashes and then do 3 neutral bees attacks, do a full combo. It's kind of hard to get the box break, but it only saves like 3 frames, so it's just kind of a whatever thing. You know, you save 3 frames, you don't, it's like whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. So right here in the beginning, I kind of messed up my camera. You want to turn the camera left here, not right. So I turn the camera left here so you get a better angle to grab the chain. And then right here, we're going to dash, and once we hit the edge, we're actually going to neutral fall by letting go of the control stick. This just triggers the cutscene faster. And then we're going to dash. Right here, we're going to B attack, and then we're going to do a side op. That side op is fast, so we do that. Then dash our way over to the first chain that's going to raise the water level. A thing to note is the targeting range of this game is much bigger when it comes to Twilight Princess on the GameCube. So we can use that to our advantage and grab the chains really quick and easily as well. We're going to climb, dash, and then we're going to dash as soon as our second dash starts, so we get a dash cancel. And then once we climb out that ledge, we'll get another dash immediately after the fact, which is nice. And that's a technique called dash canceling. If you do a dash off a ledge at the last possible moment, you can refresh your dash. Right here, we're going to do a B attack into a dash. This is so we can get another dash cancel off the ledge. We're going to skip this cutscene, and then we're going to climb inside the tunnel here. You want to be more left, actually, than middle of the tunnel, because it's a bit difficult to climb it from the middle. I'm actually the text. And right here, there's a possibility you can get a text skip. I'm going to pause it right here. So right here, you see I actually jumped to the left side of this. You can actually get a text skip with Minda. Sadly, right here, I actually didn't get it. I was too much to the left. So you need to be a little more right. Like, you need to slide on this piece right here if you look at my mouse. And then you'll get the tech skip. Because usually if you fall down here, Minnow will say, like, oh, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be doing that, whatever. But sometimes you go the tech skip and it saves, like, 2 seconds. So right here, I didn't get it. So I jumped off again. We're jumping off. Now we're going to get the text box I was talking about. And right here, this is a little important strat to note. HD has an exclusive trick called input storage. So what it means is after a cutscene, you can hold a button and then you'll get a 1-frame input. So if you watch, I'll try to call it out here. So after this text box here, after this ends, I'm holding ZL and A, and that will buffer a 1-frame jump here. So it's actually faster to do that here because Wolf Link jumps before Minna could get there, and it saves like a second or two. And there's like there's instances where we do that throughout the run. I'm gonna be pointing those out. So we're climb up here. We don't want to get on the rope. Made a small mistake, but it's all good. Getting on these ropes can be quite difficult. I try to nudge myself to the ropes so they don't fall off. So once we climb up here, we got a cutscene, want to skip, and then right here we want to jump attack, and here comes more input storage. So after this text right here, I'm going to hold ZL and A, just hold it, and then we'll get a frame perfect jump, and then we'll be able to do it, get up there really quickly. And the same thing for here, actually, this cutscene coming up. After we skip the cutscene, we can hold ZL and A, and then we'll automatically get a jump and skip a text box, and it saves, like, again, like seconds or so. Got another cutscene. Can't skip this one, so we just gotta mash A and B for this one. Gotta climb, dash, dash, and then right here, I cut the corner. It's really important to cut corners there. Get more distance. Right here, we have another instance of input storage. Okay, once we finish this text box here, we're gonna hold ZL and A, and so you can see Wolf Link is jumping there before Minna could even reach. And it's really fast if you do that. And it's free, too. It's nothing too difficult. You just got to hold ZL and A, and you'll automatically get those jumps. Just got to climb the ledges. Got another cutscene here. We're just going to mash plus and then hold upright and dash. And we have now finished the sewers segment. So now we're going to head back to Ordon. And we need to head back to Ordon to get a sword and shield. Got a couple more cutscenes to skip. There's a minute trigger coming up right here. There's a text trigger. So what you want to do is you want to jump attack a little bit before the trigger. So right here, you want to jump right about here. And then you'll land farther down the path than... Yeah, you'll land farther down the path and Minna will start talking to you then. Just a little time save thing. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but... Gotta be optimal. We're just gonna make our way over to Ordon now. So there's a cutscene that's gonna happen here. I actually appeared farther down the path than usual. I actually hit the loading zone here. So if you dash at us, like cut this corner right here where my mouse is, you can hit the loading zone when the cutscene starts. So once you're done, once the squirrel is done talking, you'll instantly fade into the loading zone here. Little small tech right there. We gotta dash our way all over to the fence area. We gotta spy on these guys. So generally, when you're standing in the grass there, you'll be able to listen to them, and so you get the right text box. Gonna dash your way over to the guy with the eagle, and right here is another case of input storage. Again, after this text box ends, I'm just holding ZL and A, and then I'll get the 1-frame jump free. And right here, if we jump at that angle, we can instantly trigger the cutscene without getting on that small platform. Saves a little, it's just a big trigger you can hit. Got a neutral fall there by holding neutral or letting go of the control stick. And this Minna jump can be quite difficult. So you wanna line up on one of the stripes, and then you can hold ZL and A again for more input storage. That ledge can be very finicky to get up of, so be patient with that ledge. It's kind of a jerk. Alright, now that we got the shield, we're now going to go get the Ordon Sword. Gotta master this text. Right here, I'm going to specifically pull my camera up by holding down on the right stick, just so I can see better. And then you want to dig right next to the logs on the left side. We're going to dash towards the sword here, and then pick it up. After the sword, you get a weird camera angle. You might want to wait a little bit. Right there, I don't wait long enough, so when I dashed, I bonked immediately. So you just want to wait there. Right here, there's a kind of RNG Russell could be. So right here, he's down the path. Sometimes he can actually be right here next to the house. You actually want him to be down the path, so you can take a mini shortcut here, cut through the house, and make it, you know, just have a quicker travel to the loading zone. Alright, so now that we got the sword and shield, we're gonna head into Faron Twilight. But before that, the game's gonna have us fight a shadow beast. These are one of the shadow messengers. That's their official name, a shadow messenger. All they really take is 2 spin attacks. Spin attacks are the fastest way to kill these guys for now. So we're just gonna do 2 quick spins by rotating the left control stick in a circle motion, and then pressing B. There we go, easy fight. And that is the end of this first little section. We're just going to skip some cutscenes here, and then we're going to head into Faron Twilight. So, if you have any questions on this first beginning of the route, make sure to comment down below. I like the video. I'm getting back into these tutorials. And yeah. This will be uploaded pretty soon as well, obviously. And I will see you guys for Faron Twilight. Peace out.